All right, so here we have my prototype of the cooler or the proposed cooler for Out of the Garden. What I focus mainly on is more so organization in the cooler, changing the way that everything is stored in the cooler, as well as the biggest change being the labels that are used. Because currently, from what I saw, labels are just put on for the day that the product comes in, and then it's written in what the actual date is for that product. And then the box is then set, it seemed like wherever they could find room in the cooler. So what I proposed is the specialists that kind of determine what the shelf life is or the remaining shelf life of a product, they kind of partner with the volunteers a little bit. So that way we can have the volunteers there to receive the product. They can kind of organize the product a little bit into, the different categories, putting, say lettuce together, putting meats together, things like that. And then you have the specialist there to determine what the remaining shelf life is or what the use by date would be for the various products. Then once we have that determined, we can take the products, they can be stored into the cooler. We can take the labels here, rather than just putting the day and the date that the product was received, you can put here the name or the item of the product. You can go ahead and put in the date that it was received as well as the time, and then what the determined use by date is going to be. So that way this will help identify when this product needs to be used by. As you can see here in this situation, I labeled tomatoes. We have the oldest item on top, with these going out on April the 1st. And then after that, the 2 boxes underneath going out on April the 4th. That way we're using the oldest product first in order to reduce waste, reduce product that doesn't get given out to families. Then similarly over here, we have, in this situation, I used lettuce. We have some chicken. And then various products that I used just to kind of label, give an example of how the cooler may look. And then the biggest thing is making sure that kind of the oldest products, the products that are going to go out first, making sure those are on top and towards the front of the cooler, if you will, just to make them the easiest ones to access. Those will be the first ones to go out. This will assist with the organization, as well as you don't have to kind of search through various boxes to find what you're looking for, so that will save some time. And then this results in a lot more food being used when it needs to be used, as opposed to, you getting a truck in, you having a cooler full, getting a truck in and another pallet of food just going in the front of the cooler or kind of spread out wherever you can find space. Using this method, we would be able to go ahead and organize that a little bit more. It may take a little bit more time when you're receiving the food, but ultimately in the long run, it would be extremely beneficial to have everything organized and labeled with the day that it came in, the day it needs to be used by, as well as what the item is.